Hello and welcome to the Woz Report. I am Matt Wozbinski and today we are going to be looking at a Halloween classic. Today is Halloween, so happy Halloween. You may have noticed that I'm dressed a little bit differently than normal. We are actually on our way to Harvest Carnival at Saginaw First and I am dressed as the Wizard of Woz. We have a whole group, the entire staff is dressing up as Wizard of Oz characters, and we're just kind of twisting it with the Wizard of Woz. We are so excited, it's going to be a blast. Halloween is just so much fun. You get candy, you get to dress up, it is just so much fun. And one of the best parts about Halloween is all of the movies. All these different companies come out with great Halloween movies that you have to watch while carving pumpkins and eating candy corn. Even though no one should eat candy corn. That stuff is horrible. I eat candy corn once a year, and that's to remind myself how much I hate candy corn. But besides that, Halloween is fun. One of the most famous Halloween movies we're going to be looking at today, and that is Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus was this classic film right off the bat. It had big name actors and amazing special effects for a quote-unquote kids movie. And even to this day, 20 years later, it is still a phenomenon that people watch most Halloweens. So let's take a look at Hocus Pocus. So the basis of the story is you have a kid, Max, who moves from California. It's your basic fish out of water story. He is the most stereotypical California kid you have ever seen. Literally, the padding in his drum set, California drum set, is tie-dye. He has a big thing on his wall that is tie-dye. He wears tie-dye shirts. People say, dude, and righteous. And so he moves to Salem, Massachusetts, which there is this story of the Sanderson sisters, who apparently were hung 300 years ago for trying to suck the life out of children. Very graphic for a Disney movie, right? And said that on Halloween, when the moon was full, a virgin would light the candle and bring them back to life. Now here we are, Salem, Massachusetts. So Max is getting teased by bullies. He doesn't like being here. Everyone is into this Halloween thing except him because he is Mr. Cool California Kid, as you can obviously see by all the tie-dye. Of course, what changes this? A girl. So he wants to impress this girl, and so they go to what is now the Sanderson sisters' house, which is a broken down old museum. And he wants to impress this girl by lighting the candle and saying, I'm a rebellious California kid. I don't care what happens. He lights it and boom. One thing I will say about this movie is the special effects are actually really good for the time being. There is a cat called Binks who was alive the 300 years ago and tried to stop the Sanderson sisters way back before they were hung and was actually turned into a cat and has been cursed with immortality as a cat. And so he's been guarding the Sanderson house for years and years and years. And the special effects on the cat are actually really good. I've seen big film movies today that can't do animation that well. The big essence of this story is a fish out of water. On both parts, both Max, who's the California kid, who is now in this fall, Halloween-loving, superstitious Salem, Massachusetts. And then you have the fish out of water story of you have the Sanderson sisters who come back from the dead and are trying to be evil witches and be young and live forever by sucking the life out of all of these kids. Most of the comedy comes from that. The fact that you have these people, one of the first things that happens to them is he has a lighter and he lights it and they're like, oh, he conjures fire with his hands, and they're just blown away by modern technology. Some of it is a little bit weird, like they come across a concrete street and they think that it's a black river, when obviously, you could tell that that's a solid thing. Even if you didn't know what concrete was, they had stones and stuff. So a lot of it is it's Disney. You just kind of go along with it. Don't really realize that Halloween has become kids dressing up and eating candy, adjusting to that. So a lot of times there are a lot of plot holes in this movie. Why would things go like that? Things happen to conveniently happen, which a lot of it is, it's a Disney movie. You kind of have to just go along for the ride. And I will say that this movie does take you along that ride really well. The acting, even for kid actors, is pretty good. And the Sanderson sisters are phenomenal. They almost have this, making a Halloween reference, a Cerberus effect, where they are one group, but they each have their things. One can smell children, one is really, sexually aggressive, and then you have the head sister who kind of keeps everything together. She's the one who does the spells, and she's the one who makes the potion and is kind of leading the show. So I think it's a really, really good take. You get Halloween at its fullest. You get kids trick-or-treating, and it is just your basic kid, teenager, fish out of water story. Really, really good. Does it hold up? Yes. I would say that it's still a very good film. One thing I was surprised about was, for a Disney movie, how dark it could get. I understand it's Halloween. There were times where there was cursing and, people getting their heads kicked off and the whole sacrificing children thing. They're very good at never actually killing anyone, but they just have that kind of eerie feeling. So if this is something that you're thinking about letting your kids see, I'm not sure about that. It's rated PG. I would say that's a pretty hard PG, but I would say if you're a teenager, for adult nostalgia, it is a very good film. I'm going to give this film a B, a very solid B. I would put my stamp of approval on it and say, yes, watch it, maybe tonight for Halloween, but watch this movie. I'm sure ABC Family is even showing it tonight. But watch this movie. It's very good. It holds up. And it is great. So this is actually the first time that I've done a movie review in a very long time using the term Woz Report. So what do you guys think? What movie should I review next? I'm actually looking at either getting Blu-ray movies reviewed or movies that are seen in theaters. If you would subscribe, if you would also like this video, share this video, and let me know what movies that you want me to see. Also, let me know what you thought about Hocus Pocus. Did you think it's good? Do you watch it every year? What other Halloween movies are your favorite? I know my wife Ashley loves Halloween Town. I don't have enough time for Halloween Town. That movie is a mess. But Hocus Pocus, check it out. Remember, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.